The Last of Us.
Oh yeah,
It was the Super Bowl last week.
Yeah.
So they had the episode on early, which we had discussed, but
we didn't realize it till it was too late. Yeah.
So we watched it, and now we're going to talk about episode 4. 5.
I think it was 5.
The Last of Us.
Yeah, they're in some city, American city, Kansas. I don't know where they are. It's some city. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They're all the same. They're interchangeable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Calgary.
Yeah. They drive in, then they drive their truck into the city, and then they get ambushed, and then they lose their truck, and now they're getting captured by people.
Well, we think anyways. Well, I mean, I didn't think they were bad guys. They were getting, at the end of the last episode when they're sleeping,
Yep.
I was like, well, these are obviously not the bad guys.
Yeah.
So it ends up being, what's his name? Henry?
Yeah, Henry and his kid.
Henry and his brother.
His brother.
Yes. They're wanted criminals, or Henry is.
Yeah.
What's the kid's name? Sid or something like that? I can't remember. So they find Joel and Ellie, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna work together. We see throughout the episode about how Henry and his brother have been surviving. Sam. And we see like Henry saw when Ellie and Joel crashed, and how Joel killed the bad, in air quotes, bad guys. I don't think they're really bad, but whatever.
Nah, they're not really bad.
So he's like, yeah, they're just, I don't know, whatever. In all these shows, it's different factions. I hate that shit. But anyways, they're like, I want to get out of here. I'm being hunted by them. You're being hunted by them. Let's work together and get out of here.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Yeah. And in order to do that, they have to go through some underground tunnels.
Yeah.
Where the infected have been pushed into.
Yeah, it sounds
quote,
like
unquote.
BS to me.
Yeah,
but
the army showed up or whatever.
Well,
Whoever
Fedra,
showed up and
it was Fedra.
Fedra showed up, pushed all the guys, all the mushroom
Infected
people
down.
underground.
So the whole story of this city is like Fedra was in control. The resistance like killed everyone in Fedra, and now it's like the regular, in air quotes, people are in charge, and they're rounding up the people that were like the rats that sold people out to Fedra for like medicine or whatever. And then we find out later that Henry killed like the leader of the resistance to get leukemia medicine for his brother. Yeah, because he had leukemia. Is that how leukemia works? I guess they can't really do chemotherapy, like radiation therapy. No, it's just pills, right?
Drugs, yeah.
Yeah. So Sam is fine, whatever. So like, we're gonna escape out of here, and they have to go through these tunnels where all the zombies. I said zombies again. Have been pushed, but he knows secretly there's no one in the tunnels. Yeah. For whatever reason.
Yeah. They have to go into a tunnel underneath a bank, and that'll take them
like
outside
through the maintenance
of the
tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like everyone had just gone underground at the start of this.
Yeah.
To hopefully ride it out. So there was a lot of there's like a school almost.
Yeah, like a safe house basically, where they had like school and like whatever. Oh yeah, Henry's brother is deaf, so there are a lot of sign language and stuff going on with this because he can't talk. But Joel's like apprehensive with them. Ellie's like, I got a friend, even though he's deaf. That's fine. We can be pals.
Yeah, they bond a lot in this episode.
And I mean, I know Ellie's supposed to be like 14 in this episode. She's supposed to be 14 in the show, I think, or something like that. They were playing it a little younger than 14, I thought, but maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just because she's like been more sheltered or something like that.
Probably.
So, but whatever. They get through the tunnels. They're in the suburbs, and it's like, oh, you know, we've escaped.
We're safe. We can yell as much as we want.
But there's a sniper. Somehow, the sniper knows where they're going to be, waiting for them.
He might not have known where they were going to be, but...
Well, okay, maybe he just hoped they were going to come that way.
Yeah.
But he was working with the resistance people, because he starts sniping at him. Joel's like, well, this guy's obviously a terrible shot. I'm going to run around, sneak in, take him out, and then you can come up, right? So Joel goes around. It's an old geezer in the thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, put down the gun. We're going to take your gun. We'll let you live. Just whatever. And the guy's like thinking about it, and Joel's like, no, please don't. Please don't. So the guy tries to swing the gun around, and Joel blows him away. But then he finds he had a walkie-talkie or whatever, and you find out he's working with her, and she's like, okay, just delay them a bit. We're coming up now. We're going to get them.
Yeah.
Because somehow they knew where Henry was going to be leaving the city somehow.
They probably had scouts all around.
Yeah,
I would
but
imagine
I
that
mean,
would
I
be
guess
how I would
so,
do it.
but I don't know the exact route. Anyways,
I mean, it's just luck.
it's very video gamey. Again, it's very video gamey. So they're running down the road. Joel's. I could just picture it in the game. Joel's in the window like ka-chow,
Yeah.
ka-chow, trying to shoot the. I mean, maybe it's not like that in the game. I don't know, but I pictured it very
Well, he
video
doesn't try and
gamey.
shoot anyone yet.
Well, he's trying to shoot the driver out of the truck.
Yeah.
So I can picture you doing that in the game.
Yeah,
like the
for
truck's barreling
Quick
down
time
at her. So he shoots out the truck crashes, then the other guys come and they're kind of pinned down, and then they're getting just Henry's like, let the kids go, and she's like, no, you killed my brother, you dirty rat, I'm gonna kill you and your brother, and they're dead too, so just come on out, we'll make it fast. She's got his gun, he comes out, she's got her gun on him, and you can hear all of a sudden in the background like the truck is falling into the ground. Something's happened, there's an explosion. And they're like, well, what the hell? So then we find out, oh yeah, the pulsating ground they found was because there's like all the undead, all the zombie boys. I said zombie again. All the mushroom men are underground, and they just come swarming up and just override them.
Yeah. They sure do.
Yeah. And then it's like,
And then Joel goes straight into action, just shooting.
He's just firing around, protecting Ellie.
Yeah.
Just shooting all the mushroom men that are coming after or whatever. She hides into a truck where she snuck through the window or whatever. That one little baby mushroom lady that climbed in the truck after and was doing her weird like flips and shit was very disturbing, I thought. I don't know if it was a real little girl that they had do that or if it was CGI. If it was CGI, it was very good because it looked very real to me.
Yeah.
But she's like doing weird like flips in the back seat and stuff like that. Very disturbing.
Very.
But they finally, get away. Ellie has to like rescue Henry and Sam. They're under a truck. She stabs some mushroom men and they make their dash. But somehow the woman just happens to be where they're going again.
Yeah.
Got the gun out. And rather than just blowing them away, she has to make it all dramatic and like draw a bead and everything. But then the little mushroom girl comes and jumps up and bites her and she's dead. And then they can run away. But yeah, it was, and then the Juggernaut mushroom man comes out and is like ripping a guy's head off, and it was like, okay, this is the bullet sponge enemy.
Yeah,
I really liked the episode and I really liked the show, but I just can't remove the video game-ness away from it. As I watch it, I'm like, oh yeah, I see how they would have done this in the game. I don't know. It's just the way I am for this show.
I mean, yeah, that seemed kind of video gamey in this episode anyway.
Yeah.
I haven't really been thinking about that as I'm watching it though.
I just was, as Joel's firing from the window, I could just picture Ellie running down below and you have to shoot this little mushroom man as she's running around. I just was like, yeah, okay. Again, I don't know if that's what's in the game. Like
I mean, that's probably 100% what's in the game.
I don't know, like
how that section works in that game.
Maybe, but like they've changed so much. Like the whole thing with what's their name in the previous episode, the gay guys. Like you don't see anything of their life. That's not in the game.
Yeah.
You just meet a crazy man that's with you for a while.
Yeah. Well, you know when you're watching it what part is in the game and what parts aren't.
But still, like maybe they just thought of this later as a cool escape from New York, or maybe in the game they just drive through like a bunch of roadblocks or something. Like I don't know. But then it gets to them. They're sort of safe in a motel, hotel, whatever. I guess it's a motor inn, which reminded me of, you probably haven't played it, the Walking Dead zombie Telltale game. There's a part where they're in a motel, like just like that.
I've seen the part.
I was like, wow, that reminded me of that a lot. But anyways, they're Ellie and Sam have their own room and they're having a little heart to heart. And Sam's like, "Are you still you when you're a mushroom man?" And Ellie, whatever. He shows that he's bitten, and Ellie seems to think like, don't worry, my blood is medicine. I'll fix you right up. And she cuts her hand and smears her blood on his leg. And I was like, is that how it works?
Maybe.
I mean, she is. I'm like, that's not how it works. Like, what is she doing? They're like, well, she's 14.
Yeah.
She doesn't know anything. Yeah. So anyways, they wake up in the morning. He's turned into a mushroom man, attacks Ellie. They break through the door. The mushroom boy is on top of Ellie, and Henry grabs the gun, and, Joel's like going to go rescue Ellie from the mushroom boy. And he shoots at his feet like, dance for me, cowboy. And then he blows away Sam, and then he's kind of like, well, what did I do? Like, I killed Sam.
Yep.
and he's pointing his gun at Joel. You know, I know he's not going to shoot Joel, but
Yeah, we know that.
he does kill himself. You know, very and I thought the acting was in this scene was great, especially with Bella playing Ellie. Like they didn't show him shooting himself, but they showed her reaction.
Yeah,
which I thought was very good.
Oh yeah, it was a really good scene, really powerful, really emotional for sure.
So and then they're like, she's kind of like, well, they bury them, and then she's like, all right, which way do we go now? Let's get the fuck out of here, and they head off.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good episode. Lots of good acting. They had to convey a lot of emotion between Henry and Sam with no speech.
Yeah.
Which I thought they did a very good job of.
Yes, very good.
So I liked the episode a lot.
Yeah, and the way Sam communicated with Ellie was
his little what are those things called?
It's like a little 80s thing where
I think they still make them.
Yeah, you have like a piece of cellophane and then a black plasticky sticky thing,
yeah.
And you would write, and the black would stick to the cellophane, and it would make words.
I remember using those when I was a kid. You'd just pull it up, and you could draw something, and just like
So he always had one of those wrapped around his neck, and that's how he would communicate with people who didn't know sign language, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, and Ellie was trying to learn sign language.
Yeah.
They figured they were going to be together for the long haul, and Joel at first was apprehensive, like, okay, well, when we're out of the city, you go your way, I'll go our way. Like, he said some bad stuff to Henry, like, I don't work with rats, because he sold out the people to Fedra. But then, Henry told him the extenuating circumstances, like, yeah, I did it, I'm the bad guy, but like, Sam was dying, like, he needed the medicine, so I did what I had to do. And he's like, I know Ellie's not your daughter, but I can tell you had a daughter, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And
I can tell you've been a father.
Yeah. So Joel's like, oh yeah, okay, you got me. So when they're finally out, he's like, I got a new pal. Like, yeah, I guess if you want to come with us,
it's fine.
I mean, Ellie could use a friend, I guess. So, but it ends on a note of them being alone again, which I mean, the Last of Us. Gee, I wonder if there's gonna be a big party by the end of the show. I don't know.
I doubt it.
Yeah, still enjoying it. Still good. Nothing has been like
egregious
or like just like what was the point, or like I didn't like how that worked out, or anything. Everything's been good.
Yeah.
So I'll continue enjoying.
Yes, so will I, and we will continue to talk about it.
I don't know how many episodes are left. 2 or 3, something like that.
I'm not entirely sure.
But like, it's gonna end like perfect time for Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah.
Well, that starts on March 1st. I think.
Oh, nice.
So
there you go.
It's coming up shortly.
Yeah, I was browsing Disney Plus trying to find the previews for everything, and they've taken them off.
No, they're there, because they just put up the trailer for. I just saw the trailer for something that was just added. Maybe it was Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Maybe
it was very prominently displayed on the splash screen.
Oh yeah, because normally you would just scroll down to see what was coming. You get like those 5 or 6.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like, I don't really look at those.
Those aren't there anymore.
I don't look.
They took them off.
I don't look at those. So, but no, they definitely had the Quantumania one.
Yeah.
Very prominently displayed. So
yeah,
I have no interest in that one.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
I've only heard bad things. I'm gonna watch it anyway. So
I probably won't.
It's free.
I probably won't watch it.
When it's free.
Free in air quotes.
Yeah.